I'm going to hand solder this port on. I want to go over some of the things that I used to make mistakes on. Each of these pads and these pinholes, they are slightly corroded if you look at them. It's a new board, but they still have a bit of a layer of corrosion. And one of the ways to make a good connection is to try to get rid of that. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically tin these pads. And the way I'm going to do this is just going to add some flux. The thing with a lot of these ports, sometimes you don't want to use a lot of flux because the flux will get up inside the port. So I will clean this off after I'm done prepping these pads, and then add new and a smaller amount of flux when I'm ready to solder the pins in place. Notice how this first pad, like it doesn't really take as much of the solder. And I think that's just because it didn't warm up as much as all these others. Those other ones that don't have a bunch of copper connected to them, they just drink the heat up and then they can tin very nicely. And I'm not adding much here. I really want a flat surface. But the big thing for me is I really want to make certain that this is done well and I can clean it off. So when I put the actual port on the board, I want everything to be sitting very flat and flush to the board. I'm trying this wicking method where I take a piece of just wire. I think it's a 20 gauge wire, twist it, flatten it, add some flux, and see how well it works to solder wick. Doesn't do a bad job. Make sure that this port sits down all the way on the board and that each of those pins are where they should be, and they seem to be. So I'm going to start by just tacking this port in place. I don't need a lot of flux here, and I don't really need a lot of solder, just enough so that the port doesn't move when I want to solder each of the pins in place. I don't know if I'm happy with the placement. I can try to melt this metal just a little bit more, melt the solder and see if it adjusts anymore, but this may be the best placement I'm going to get. That's not too bad. A little bit of flux, not as much as last time. I'm just going to go pin by pin. Because these pads have been tinned already, what should happen is the solder should suck underneath of the pads, even though the pins are sitting directly on the pads. The solder should suck directly underneath the pins, so they'll be between the pin and the pad and make a really good connection. It doesn't take much, but what I'm looking for, and I don't know if you can see it very clearly, is that metal that is not just going underneath, like where the soldering iron is, but the metal that is going underneath where the pin is. And a little bit more solder is okay, but it doesn't really add much, and I don't really think it looks that clean. All right, I'm just gonna go back and do the pegs, the feet of the port, and try to get them to be a bit more soldered on the board. Because these are a through hole, and I can add a little bit more flux and a little bit more solder and just let the solder seep down into the hole. And the nice thing about doing it this way, normally I would use a hot air gun to put a port on the board. But the nice thing about doing this way is I'm certain as I go along that each pin has a very good connection. So if something were critical that I really had to do it and had to do it right the first time, I would probably do it with a soldering iron before I would do it with a hot air gun. Because there's a lot of metal with this port. It's hard to get the solder to melt right away. Oh, that looks good. All right. Just gonna try to make certain these are in a good space. Maybe I'll add a little bit more here. There we go. There. Now I would say this port is well connected to the board. Each of the pins is connected very well, even though at least two of them have no real connection to the board. I'm just going to clean it up and I'll test each of these pins. And if they're strong, I will end this video and thank you for watching. That looks great.